So ciphers are a way for us to scramble messages when we want to keep a message safe and secure from a third party. So this method is used to send messages such that an original message in English, which we call plain text, like move north, we call that in plain text, right? It's readable by anyone that understands English. It gets jumbled up and it becomes a string of letters that don't make any sense, and that string of letters we call ciphertext. So the process of changing plain text into ciphertext is called enciphering, and the process of changing ciphertext back into plain text is called deciphering. All right. So the first cipher we're going to look at is called, the group is called shift ciphers. And the shift cipher just takes the alphabet and shifts it a certain number of places based on an agreed upon number. Okay, so we'll take a look at the algorithm or the steps to using shift ciphers. So step one, not counting the letter A, move over to the right the given number of spaces. Step two, write the letter you stopped on beneath the letter A. Step three, complete the alphabet, wrapping around when you get to the end. This work is called a translation table. Step four, encipher or decipher the message using your translation table. So let's take a look at an example where these four steps are put to use. So step one, without counting the letter A, okay? So I'll put an X above the letter A. And by the way, I'm trying to translate a phrase. The phrase I'm trying to translate is I miss you, from plain text to ciphertext. I'm using a shift value of 5. So starting with the letter A, not counting the letter A, I would use the value given to me in the shift instruction. So I need to move over 5 places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The letter I stop on was F. I would use F at this point in my alphabet. So I would start, I'll write F right beneath A and continue the alphabet. So I get G, H, I, J, K, L, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. And when I get to the end, I wrap the alphabet around. E, C, D, and E. All right, great. So this work that I've just completed is called a translation table. So this entire thing is my translation table. And this is what I will use to encipher my message. So I want to encipher the message, I miss you, into ciphertext. So reading, when we're enciphering, we're reading top down. Okay, we're looking at the top row of letters and we'll see what it translates to at the bottom row of letters. So I becomes an N right here, and M becomes a R, M becomes a R, and I is also there, so I should write another N in. S becomes an X, so that's X twice. A Y becomes a D, an O becomes a T, and a U becomes a Z. All right, so the ciphertext message is N R N X X D T Z, and this is what we're going to use and broadcast as a message. Okay. All right, great. So now let's look at the reverse. We're given a ciphertext message and we have to translate it into plain text. The process is the same. We start by looking at the shift value and we say without counting the letter A, we're going to go that many places over to the right. The letter I stop on, in this case it's D, I will record that beneath A, and then I continue the alphabet as always. So I get D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. And when I'm done, the alphabet wraps around and I begin again with A, B, C. Alright, so when I am deciphering the message, because I'm trying to change plain text, ciphertext into plain text, I read from the bottom row up. So it's bottom up in this example. Alright, so here we go. F becomes a C. Alright, so I'm going to go through my entire string and see if I see all the F's change them to C's. There's only one F, so that's great. H becomes E. So wherever I see an H, I'm going to substitute that with an E. O's becomes L's. Remember, I'm reading from the bottom up, okay? S becomes P. K becomes H. R's become O's. Q's become N's. V's become S's. D's become A's. U becomes R's. W becomes T's. K's become, oh, we did K's already, I missed that one, H's. B becomes Y. And I's become F's. So this is a question. Cell phones, are they safe? Alright, so since we can't use punctuation and there's no gaps, the way I would write this when I'm writing my plain text, cell phones, comma, are they safe? Okay, so that's how we translate back into plain text.